Awesome. All right, we got it worked out. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our Sunday night team call. We are so thrilled, so excited that you are on this call this evening. We've got a power pack call for you. We just closed up Celebration 2020, our very first virtual celebration. So many of you guys were getting together with your teams in your homes, and it was really awesome to see just the community growing, the culture growing, and the new 2.0 really released into all of us and into the world as we know it today. The colors, the branding, the marketing, Dr. Plant talking about Vitamers, just absolutely phenomenal. And James and I are so looking forward to entering into this new season of new growth, new energy, new momentum with a brand new vision. And so just wanted to give a quick announcement that this coming up Tuesday at 7 p.m., if you're local in the Knoxville area, we are all meeting at Lane and Chelsea Taylor's home. Chelsea posted a flyer in Freedom Living Team product page of their address. It is an opportunity overview, so come. Bring your prospects, bring your friends. We want to really cast this vision of 2.0 and create the energy and the synergy wrapped around it to expand and to grow your organization.
And if you're not local, we're going to be starting, as we've discussed the past couple of weeks, a brand new rollout of virtual overviews with the new branding and all of that. And what's exciting about her saying, inviting new prospects, inviting new people. How many people comment in the chats? Have you lost prospects, or you've lost people from, following up, or you've forgotten to touch base with that product user who's on their third week? We've all been there, right? And we have such a special guest tonight because, as all of you know by this point, we've all not only been upgraded with the products, the branding, and pretty much every facet of Isagenix, but we've all been gifted a virtual assistant. Thank you. Thanks to the Penny team and David Abbey. And we get to hear from him. He's the CEO and co-founder of the Penny app. And we are so excited, David, and just grateful for your time.
Thank you so much for joining us.
And we want to glean anything and everything you have so we can absolutely maximize this thing. Yes, on the call, but then also get all of our new people who are enrolling this week and in the coming weeks and months on it and locked in as well. So thank you, David, so much for being with us.
Well, this is a pleasure. And actually, this is kind of fun because we didn't, on purpose, we didn't book any team trainings on Sunday and Monday. We're like, let's just make sure this thing works. And
So we're the very first ones, David.
You are, in fact, there's been a lot of leaders that have been like, can I? And I'm just like, no. And during, for the past few months, this project started in October. And bringing this whole thing, January, February, March, people are like, can I give this to my team? And we're like, no, please don't. No, it'd be like throwing Penny down a flight of stairs. It would not go well. So you are the first full team for me to jump on and pour into you. And some of you, you've never seen this, maybe you didn't see the breakout. Is going to be a lot of information thrown at you, but I'm going to show you where to get help. So we're here to help you. We're here to support you. Like I said, we started this to make my wife less crazy. So, we come from the field, we understand you, we want to help you. So bear with us. And those that have used it, one thing I love about these trainings is that, love the sound of my own voice. It's fabulous. Love engaging though, love hearing feedback. That's a way for me to learn and listen. Like if you're asking me, if I keep hearing the same question over and over again, that tells me that I didn't do something right in the app. And you'll notice over the next 2-3 months, this thing will always be changing. It is always evolving. New features, yes, but just little things that we notice just to make it better. And that's really where our team shines. So just the 30-second backstory for those that maybe didn't see the breakout, one of the founders. My co-founder, Chris, is an absolute genius. You've all probably heard of Hootsuite. He joined as their head of their labs division when they had 70 people and ran the labs team up to 1,000. Understands social media, understands consumer marketing, understands how to build really good technology. So he's kind of the brains behind this, and awesome group from there. So we're here, team of 25. We actually just put up a posting for some support in Singapore, so we can start getting 24-hour support. So if you guys have teams in other countries, we want to make sure we get to them kind of in their own time zone. So that's a bit about me, but today I'm going to go through the app. Again, some of this might be repetitive from the breakout, but I'm going to go through, I'm going to stop and pause and really open it up to a Q&A, right? You have me, there's no kids here, there's no employees, you've totally got my undivided attention, so we can really make sure everyone leaves going, yeah, that's awesome. And if you don't think that, then I'm going to work to make sure you think that. So you're recording? We're good?
Yeah,
Yep.
we got it. We're rolling.
Share my screen. We're good. Oh, nope, you've disabled screen sharing. We're almost there. I always joke, what's a Zoom meeting without some sort of technical difficulty?
I've disabled screen sharing, you said?
Yeah, it says the host has disabled screen sharing.
Okay. All right. Well, let me give you, let's see. Right. I don't even know how I've never disabled it.
Can you make me a host? Give me superpowers?
Let's see.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Make host, yeah.
Got it. You
There
should
we
be the
go.
host now.
All right. I'm in.
Just one problem solved after the next.
Yeah, just one after another, except for it's not.
Yeah, tell me where you find it, because I don't even know.
It's just being a bit of a, there we go. I might have to jump off and jump back on.
Okay, we'll hang tight.
If he,
Wait,
if
nope, I think we're good.
you got it?
Solid, yep. There
Okay.
we go. That's what I was looking for. Ha
There it
There
is.
we go. That's
See my
perfect.
screen?
Yeah.
It's just getting into system preferences. Sorry about that, everyone. Welcome to Zoom, your worst and best friend all at the same time.
So true.
Yeah, and sorry I can't make your event in Knoxville. I'm not actually allowed to cross the border. So
Oh.
So yeah,
Not
if you
yet.
see me, so if you see me kind of looking over here, I just have multiple monitors. I just put everyone's beautiful faces over here. So this is the customer care section. I always start Penny in the customer care section because this is where Penny started. So my wife just crushed it at customers. That's what she did really well. And then the problem identified itself when she couldn't manage them all. And the idea here is that managing your customers should be dead simple so that you can focus on building your business in other areas. One of the questions we've got a lot is like, hey, I love the customer care section. When's the team care section coming? And it's coming soon. So everyone's gonna love that. So I can maybe preempt a question. So this is the piece that connects directly to your back office. So just think of it as a giant pipeline of data going from Isagenix to Penny. Everything I'm about to show you, my favorite part is that you don't enter any of the information. It is all done for you. So when I look down the side here, you just see this list. Right at the top, it says 4 tasks expiring, and I'll explain that in a sec. And then auto ship reminders, box openings, check-ins, reconnects, connects. So what is happening is the customer care cycle is this automation engine that we built that your customers are just in this endless loop and they're kind of just flowing through it. And at key touch points, Penny's going to automatically create tasks for you. Now, this is meant to solve the problem of, okay, when is their auto ship coming up? When do they order last? Did they push it out? Like that mind game. And like, you're going to the beach, you want to just relax for 20 minutes, not just be like, oh, when is James's order? So this solves that problem for you. And it boils down to the mobile device beautifully. So an auto ship reminder, straightforward example. I actually don't have any in my example. So it just says there's no auto ships here. Have another sip of coffee. An auto ship reminder is going to come up 5 days before your customer's order's set to process. So you literally open up their cart, you see what's in it, you can send them a message. And the goal here is it's not about always just saying, hey, I'm selling you something. It's like, hey, your order's coming up. I know you have this in your cart. Do you have any questions? I want to make sure you're set up for success. And it's about demonstrating that you're really on top of them in that customer service perspective. And if you watch the breakout, you'll hear me say this 100,000 times. A loyal customer is made up of 3 things, right? It's the brand experience, which Isagenix has in spades. It's the product experience, which are phenomenal. I use them. I love them. I literally have an E+ shot from before this session from today. And the customer experience, right? If you have an awesome brand and an awesome products, but you don't engage with me and I just feel like I'm another number, I'm not going to keep reordering from you, right? Or if you have great customer service and crappy products, I'm probably going to say, hey man, I really like you, but your products are no good. So it's this trifecta that's really going to build this loyalty. So the auto ships are a great way. The box opening, this automatically gets created for you 3 days after their order. I know in the past, it's like, hey, David, I know you ordered, what's in your box? Now, when you click in Penny, it's going to say, hey, David, here's David's order. Here's what he ordered. And now we're going to be able to engage with them. I'm going to open up Brian's Stotts profile here as an example. This is a Connect 25. This means Brian ordered 25 days ago. But if this was a box opening, this would tell me what was in his box. Maybe it's a wellness pack. Maybe he's got some Ionic Supreme in there. He's got the Ice Lean shakes. I think in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're actually setting it up so that we're going to recommend content for you. So you'll be like, great, Brian ordered the wellness pack, and Penny's going to go, hey, this is the content that you should share with them, just to, again, make it easier for you to do that. Check-ins and reconnects, these 3 tasks on the side here, these are all really important because these are your customers that don't have lifestyle rewards, but a check-in means they ordered a few days ago, and Penny's just kind of flagging like, hey, Dave just ordered. Let's check in with them because, maybe something changed. And actually, Tyler Dickerhoof is someone that we've been working with for a while to get feedback, and he's just a stand-up person to begin with. Penny created a check-in for him, and he's like, why did that guy order? So we got in there, look what he ordered, called him, and ended up going down getting on the phone with him, and learned that this guy had been struggling and yo-yo dieting for so long. And Tyler really pulled him in close and really started coaching him. And he's like, I would have never known that guy ordered if that check-in task never got created. And now this guy's pumped, right? And it's like, it's that 0 effort. The connects, so these ones here, where's my mouse? There it is. These ones, so this is all my connects. So connects 25, 45, and 80. Just think of it as connecting with my customer 25 days after their last order, but they don't have a lifestyle reward. So that first group, Jeremy and Danielle and Brian here, that's a 30-day pack they're going to run out. So I want to be getting in front of them, making sure, they've moved through all their products. So the 45,
question, write it down.
The 45-day group, the thing with this one is they ordered 45 days ago. They didn't need to reorder at 25 days. So they're kind of going onto the outside. And the 80-day group down here, these are the ones that haven't ordered in 80 days. It's not in their routine. They probably fell off. That's an important one. And then lastly is the reconnects. So there's a love-hate relationship with reconnects for, I think, everyone that uses Penny. They open it up. My wife saw this for the first time and she's like, look at all these people. And then she's like, oh, look at all these people, because they haven't ordered in 6 months. She's like, and it's not that she didn't want them to order. It's not that she was just terrible at service. She's like, I literally just forgot about these people. Like maybe my kids ripped that page out of my notebook. I forgot about them. So this list, come in here, bite the bullet, and you'd be surprised how many people come back and reorder. It's just like, honestly, I was having a hard time getting in the routine. I forgot. And just come in and shoot them a message, even just to re-engage with them and say hi. It's 6 months to 12 months they haven't placed an order. So, you can come in here, work through your list. I know Bethany Krause was one of the associates that gave us a really good kind of video when Travis introduced Penny. She came in and had a list of about 50 people when she first started and messaged them all that night. And I think she said something like 15 or 20 came back and ordered right away. She was blown away. So that's there for you. And again, you come in, Linda here. Oh, that's a bad example. Jessica, here we go. So Jessica ordered the Bedtime Belly Buster, the Ice Lean Shake, and the Onyx Supreme on March 12th. And she's an inactive account. So all my information I need to re-engage with her is literally right there. And I wasn't going to show you the full profile yet. First month. So this is one of those things. Remember I said at the very beginning, Penny's going to always evolve and get better. The first month right now is just a week 1, week 2, week 3 check-in. Hey, how's week 1? How's week 2? How's week 3? Cleanse days. I could have eaten this desk the first time I did a cleanse. So I want to stay on top of that, right? One of the next evolutions of this product is we're going to sync directly with IsaLife for your customers' cleanse days. So you'll have tasks that'll just say, it's Tuesday, David's cleansing today. So you can just send them a message and give them a tip, because don't eat this desk. It's not going to work out. And then lastly, IsaBody Challenge. This is connected with the IsaLife app. This was the more important of the two that we wanted to get. So this one's a cool one because now you can actually track the progress as your customers are going through the IsaBody Challenge. So it's like, hey, David enrolled. Nice work. David's 4 weeks in, give him a big shout out. Let him know you're here to cheer him on. Like 4 weeks in, if he's in this, he's going through a big transformation right about now. And then if David doesn't hit his BV requirements, Penny's going to let you know that so that you can nudge him back onto track, because you don't want David to go through and get to 498 and be like, oh, like that's a bummer. You want to end up just like singing right across that finish line. So she does that at 4, 8, and 12 weeks. And then at the end, she'll let you know Dave finished. She'll let you know if David didn't submit his photo or essay, so you can remind them. And then of course, for them to be eligible. So again, I don't have examples in this, but if you came in here, it would just have your IsaBody tasks. And like I said, going back a step, you don't enter any of this information. You don't enter the order information. You don't enter when they ordered. You don't enter any of it. It just tells you what to do every day. And that's kind of the big one. So now I'm going to go back to, let's just go to Brian here. And if I jump into Brian's full profile up here, here's where I can get more information. So I've got his order information here. I've got all of his order activity. So I can go back and see everything he ordered back to, I think we go 2 years back. And then into my profile, there's some tags. But more importantly, this is where I wanted to end on. So Penny will automatically tag all of your customers with every product they've ordered in the last 2 years for you. And there's a lot. But the other thing you can do in coming here is add your own tags. So let's say he went to high school. This is just such an easy example. So I want to start creating a list of all the guys in my gym, my soccer team, all the, the parents of my kids' school. I can start doing these custom lists. I'm going to show you how we then use those tags to create those instant lists. And then we know who we want to talk to. So I'm going to close out of that. Now, for those who have never seen this before, you're like, someone just said mind blown, right? I just filled you up. You're topped up. So where you're going to figure out how to get help. There's 2 ways. One, this little blue button in the bottom corner, this is your best friend. Hey, David, how can I make your day better? This will go directly through to our support team. So, regular working hours, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We do have evening support or weekend support. And like I said in the very beginning, we just put a posting up in Singapore so we can start getting evenings as well. So the person in Singapore can do Australia and some of Europe, but they can also do evenings in Tennessee when you guys are having your events. So no problem there. Articles, tons of help articles. I think we've written, I don't know, I personally haven't written them. People have written lots. And then over here is articles and videos. Here is a breakdown of every section in a 2 or 3 minute video. So you can come in here and go, I'm trying to merge with my Facebook. How do I do that? Let's watch this 3-minute video. How do I use the daily? How do I do customer care? What's the quick start look like? All of these are right here for you. So you can come in and quickly find these things. And these will constantly be updated with new tips and tricks and additional content as you go through. Oh, didn't mean to go there. I wanted to go there. So now this is the point where I pause. And I ask anyone, any questions, anything that's not totally clear, anything that you think we're missing, because that's the other thing we do really well is we listen to you guys to see what we can do to make this better.
David, I have a quick, oh, sorry. Melissa, did you have a question? No, that was me. Okay, David, I have a question. And under the check-ins, when you said these people.
Where it says Connect 25?
Yeah, where it says Connect 25, Connect 45, Connect 80.
Yes.
How do you know if somebody's on auto ship? Did I miss you already saying that? Because you said these people aren't on auto ship. How can you tell who's not on auto ship and who is on auto ship?
Really good software engineers. We just basically, the way we do it is like Brian ordered, but he doesn't have an auto ship coming up. Therefore, he's a Connect 25.
So where are but I think what she's asking, so where are the other people who are on auto ship? Where are those people logged?
Oh, just the auto ship reminders.
Under auto ship reminders.
Okay.
Customers will be.
So then,
Yeah.
So under the check-ins, then all of those check-ins are people who are not on auto ship.
Yep. Or like they just place an ad hoc order. And the way the customer care cycle works is in my auto ships, I don't see my auto ships for the full month. Because the cycle is always fluid and it's ever changing. What's the date today? The 19th. So if I had an auto ship on the 25th, I won't see it today, but I'll see it tomorrow.
Got it.
Right? And then if you look at this little button here, it says 4 tasks expiring, Alicia, Laura, Lauren, and Lou. Because people are moving through the cycle, if I don't complete my Connect 25 for Alicia there, Penny actually removes it after 7 days because she's going to make another task in, I guess, like 15 days. And the reason we do that is because we used to have overdue tasks, and we found that people did absolutely nothing when things went overdue. But if we remove them and then create a new task, people do them.
Got it.
So that's how that works.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you so much.
Jennifer Higgins, I'm going to answer your question about syncing and organizing contacts in just a moment when I go to prospecting, but Kathy, jump in.
I have a quick follow-up question to what you said. I've been using the Penny app so far and I'm hoping to get into a better routine, but some days I have not gotten to my Penny list. And when I go in the next day, should I start with the previous list, or does Penny should I start on the one that came that day? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. So I'll just actually jump over to the daily for a second, just so I can answer that the best way possible. So the daily is the top tab here on your menu. And the daily is always your landing screen, whether you open up on the app or you open it up on your computer. And the way the daily works is the daily curates a smaller selection of activity for you and puts it on your list. So you can come down here. I've got let's use my Connect 25. So I've got a few of them. So she does up to 5 Connect 25. So she'll do the 5 at the top. So where most people just run their business is actually just from the daily, because if I didn't do any of this today and none of these tasks were expiring, this is the same list that will be there tomorrow. So then, and tomorrow if I have auto ships, then they'd just be added to it. And the way the daily works really well, like right now, obviously there's certainly interesting times, right? Some people aren't at work anymore. They don't have childcare. Their kids aren't in school. So you don't have those blocks of time that you used to have. So where it's wildly advantageous is I've got a pocket of time, let's say 10 minutes. I come into my reach outs. I've got these 4 people I want to talk to. I come into Samantha. I'm going to send her a message on Facebook Messenger right here, which is the little messenger button. And then I pop open my content, and here's all of the shareable materials from Isagenix. And I could create my own script. And I am going to show everyone how to do this in a moment. I'm just showing you this workflow. So then I come in here and I send off these 4 messages, and then I'm done I'll just complete that. Where's Samantha? There she was. I complete this. Let's follow up next week. She's awesome. And she's interested in AMP. So I want to tag her with AMP. And then I save that. And I'm going through my list. Now this could only take me 5 minutes. Now, when I finish my reach outs, now I can go play with my kids for half an hour. And when I come back, I'm no longer looking in my notebook. I'm not spinning my wheels. I'm going to work on my reconnects. I'm going to get through those, and then I can leave, and then I can just do whatever it is I want to do. And I can come back and do my follow-ups. Now, I said it curates a small list, right? Then the reason it's a small list is because some people get flustered or frustrated when there's just they look like they're trying to climb a mountain right on day one. So Easy does it. It does 5 reach outs, 2 reconnects, 3 follow-ups, and then 5 connects, 25s, 45s, and 80s. But you hit the crank it up button, and you'll notice that Penny just increases the amount of activity on this list. And then of course you jump on the freight train and it just loads it right up. There we go. I got all 53 reconnects here. So you can help manage your own workflow. But if you leave it on Easy Does It and you come back tomorrow, it'll be the same. So that was a very long-winded answer, but I hope that did it for you. Okay.
So you guys got a question as well?
Yeah, David, thanks so much for getting on this call. Just real quick, if you guys haven't had a chance to look at the breakout that David did yesterday at Celebration, thank you so much for putting that. That was absolutely remarkable. This is a game changer. I've had an honor to work with Salesforce.com in my corporate career. And I want to use this in my corporate. This is absolutely remarkable. So just a real quick question, because I know some people on here build with their spouse, and we have some couples on our team. And so, so if we have 2 Facebooks and 2 Instagrams, can you add 2, or is that coming, or what's your thoughts on that?
What I would do there is I would just create, so it was Lane and
Chelsea.
So I would create, Lane Lane's account at gmail.com and sync it to your back office. And I
Okay.
create Chelsea's account at gmail.com and sync it to your back office. Because Penny doesn't write order information in just yet, it's all outbound. You can both work in there. Lane, you can sync your Facebook contacts, your Instagram, your mobile contacts. Chelsea can do the same. And you can both work off the same core set of customers and then all your prospecting information as well. It won't wreck anything. You guys will be totally fine.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you.
No problem at all. And I think there's Christy, I'm not going to pronounce your last name because I'll totally butcher it. Sometimes when you sync with Facebook and Instagram, Penny gets a little lost and you do have duplicates. It's a 3-second fix for us to click a button. That's when you just go over here in this little chat bubble and just say, hey, Team Penny, I have some duplicates that came in from Facebook. They'll go, no problem. And they'll just clean that up for you. But that being said, I'm going to jump over to the prospecting section and kind of walk through everyone how to do this and answer that other question there just a moment ago.
Question, David, real quick before I forget it. When we're syncing just our contacts from our phone, Penny, I think you said yesterday, Penny can recognize which contacts in our phone are already customers in our team, or do we need to go and categorize all the contacts like that?
Nope, I'll show you how to do that right here. It all works the same from Facebook, Instagram, and your phone, and LinkedIn is coming out soon as well. Let's just say soon because Dev never likes me giving a date. So if you've never seen this, and this is what I said in my breakout yesterday, we use a service from Google to sync your contacts from Facebook and Instagram. So you have to be using Google Chrome to do this on your computer. And if you get to this screen and it just says download Google Chrome, that just means you're using Firefox or Mozilla or Internet Explorer or Safari or whatever. Just download Chrome. And if you get stuck, there is a video how to do it in the video section where I just showed you where that was. And it's really simple to do. And when we do sync, you come in here, you click sync Facebook. I'm not going to go through it right now, but what happens? So Penny's going through it. She, grabs my friends and my followers, or my friends. She first looks through all my friends and says, hey, which ones are customers? Is James McLeod my friend and my customer? And if they are, she'll merge those accounts automatically for you. Then she'll go through all of my personally enrolled associates. She'll look for Audrey. Be like, great, match those ones up. Then she'll look through all of my friends and she'll try to find out which ones are already marked as associates. So she's auto sorting your contacts the moment you click sync. So the brilliant part is the more and more and more of you that use Penny, the smarter she becomes, right? Because she might not know that Lane's Facebook profile is actually an associate until someone marks him or she automatically merges him. And the same thing will happen when you sync your mobile contacts. She'll go through and go, oh, James McLeod, that's my customer. I'm going to put those profiles together for you. Now, if it's Jamie McLeod on Facebook and it's James McLeod in your back office, like my wife is Terry Lynn on Facebook and Terry Abbey in her back office, Penny can't merge those automatically together for obvious reasons, but it's really simple for you to merge those people together. So you'd come in here, so Terry Ann Welke, you'd click view profile, this merge button right here. She will then look for Terry Ann, the customer. And if there is a Terry Ann, the customer, she'll suggest it. Be like, is Terry Ann Smith, Terry Ann Welke? And you just go, yes, it is. Click. If not, I mean, she could be any one of these people. Then maybe she's Sarah Cookie. There we go. And I save that. And now I just merge those two profiles together. And you see now she's gone. So now any of you are friends with Sarah Cookie won't show up as a prospect. She'll show up as a customer of someone else. So it'll be automatically categorized for you. Did everyone follow that? Okay. Bonnie Wolf, just if you're in Chrome, right here, sync Instagram and sync Facebook will just bring you to the same page. You can just do either one. Okay. So now that we've synced Facebook and Instagram, the way it works is we have an algorithm that'll actually go through and look at all of your contacts that Penny thinks are not customers or not associates, and she'll suggest 5 people for you to start a conversation with every day. And that goes into my reach outs. So Penny suggested these 5 people for me. So I'm going to click on Amber here. Here's Amber's profile. Again, I can view her full profile. All the profiles on the phone, on the computer look the exact same. Now, one thing I'll show you here, Amber, you see this messenger is grayed out, but Instagram is here. That means this profile was synced from Instagram. So if I'm just gonna move that little window, click Instagram, it's gonna pop directly over to Amber's page and I can see what's going on with Amber's family. And then Instagram recently added the chat to desktop, so I can send her a message right here. And I'm just gonna close that. And if I wanted to share the content, again, that same button I talked about a moment ago, I just click content. Here's all of the content that we've created, or not we've created, sorry, Isagenix has created for you. And then any saved scripts that I've personally created. So my seasonal shake scripts, my ISA movie link script, maybe a link to my replicated website. I can click select. And now if I just hit Instagram, again, it's gonna open up directly over to Amber's page and I can quickly paste that script in. Just again, saving a step for you guys to run around trying to copy paste. It'll just open it up directly for you. And then of course, once I'm done, I complete that. I'm gonna follow up in 2 weeks and she was interested in seasonal shake. So I'm gonna tag her because if I ever make a seasonal shake list, I want her on it. And I go save. And now you go. Now you can see I've completed 13% of my activity for today. Sorry. My stand-up desk is telling me it's time for me to sit down. Anyway. So here, just tracking my activity. Last week is this little gray one. You can see Friday I didn't do much, but if you want to see your month activity, you can just come into here to see how you're doing. I didn't do much in these 2 months because we were getting everything ready for you for launch, but that's just how you see it right there. Follow up, same thing. And the way this works is you want to create this system, right? I think, James, you said this in the very beginning, like I've seen it where you reach out to someone and then you never follow up and it looks bad. It looks bad right off the top. It's bad on you, it's bad on the brand. And actually I did a demo, a one-on-one with someone a few months ago and Penny suggested someone to reach out to. And she's like, awesome, hits their name, opens up, and she reached out 2 years ago and never followed up. And she's like, oh, ouch. And then right there on the Zoom with me, she just jumped on the voice message. She's like, look, Sarah, I'm so sorry, but I totally forgot to follow up. I hope you're well. And I was just like, wow, that was a really cool way to watch someone bite the bullet. But the idea is that anyone watching this today, anyone who signs up and enrolls, on their journey tomorrow to become an associate, they can come in here and get this like really simple system to make sure that they're following up and getting a good cadence and have access to all the stuff they need right away. And here you'll see, this is my list of stuff for today. And here's what's coming up tomorrow. I only have 2 things. And then later, this is everything that's in the future, right? I don't need to stress about this because as I move towards those dates, July 24th, Katherine Johnson's going to be on my follow-up list. I don't need to stress about it. You can see here, I used Eric Coover as an example. So I come in here, I want to follow up with him. So let's jump over to his Instagram. And there it is right there. He's celebrating because it was a big weekend. I'm going to shoot him a note, say, Eric, that was a huge weekend. Congrats. You must be pumped. And then when I send him that message, I complete it and I'm going to follow up in 3 months and I save it. Now I can just let that one be because Eric's going to show up in 3 months and I can be like, hey, how's life? I'll just close out of that. So that's the prospecting section. So am I good to pause there for any questions?
Yeah, that's so brilliant. That's so brilliant because I feel like I have so many conversations on Instagram and then I just like totally forget who I've been talking to. I have to scroll all the way back. So thank you for that, Derek. I know you had a question. I just wanted to, say that.
Yeah, this is wild. Thank you for this. So question, whenever you're syncing your contacts and you have some of those contacts that are, say for Instagram, they're brands, for example.
Yes.
So like Apple, and then they come into your reach outs.
Yep.
Is the best way to go about that is to just click on it and then click permanently delete?
Yeah, we are bringing back the ability to do like bulk editing. So you can go into your contact section. The reason we don't have bulk editing, like I want to delete all these brands, if you have kids, it's like, if you do that, you're going to lose it. Well, we had more than a few people bulk delete everyone. So we took it away because we were tired of fixing it. So sorry. But what I would recommend, let's say Holly Brewer is the brand. You come in here, I would just click you can go in, edit and delete it or remove. And here you can be like, meh, I don't know. And then she's gone. She'll never come back again. So that's a way to do it. And then when we do get that bulk delete section, because it does need to come back, but I think we're just going to put in like 6 confirmations. Like, are you sure you want to delete all these people? Then you can just go in and do it. So that's how we treat that one.
Or maybe not even a bulk delete, but maybe a bulk.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So that makes sense. Thanks.
This is another question that comes up. And like I say, the more and more people that use this, the smarter Penny becomes. So maybe I know that Kendall Kalababa here is an associate, but Penny's still suggesting her. You come in here and you click remove. And then, Penny always asks, why are you removing this person? So I'm going to click an associate. So is she PE to me, downline, upline, or another line? So let's just say she's in my downline. And now anyone who's friends with her she will never show up as a prospect again. So because we're new and, there's, we're creeping up to probably 10,000 just signing up on the weekend. Penny's still got a lot of learning to do, right? There's hundreds of thousands of associates. So it's the more of you that come in here and sync and get connected. And, James might tag someone and then none of you will ever have to tag it. So your whole team will auto sort your contacts for you. So it's just a simple step to do. And then we categorize them as PE, downline, upline, outline. And then when we bring out the next section, which is team care, and what team care is going to do, just to let everyone know, is team care is heavy into the artificial intelligence. And Penny actually does real-time trending analysis on your entire organization and highlights strengths and weaknesses for you. So instead of a little graph that shows me my activity, it's going to say, hey, David, over the last 4 months has really been tanking. His sales have been going down, his enrollments have been going down, his activity is going down. You should connect to him because he's impacting your business in a negative way. Or inversely, Derek just enrolled 3 months ago and he is like crushing it. Everything is up. You want to get him up, you want to shout him out, you want to get him fired up. And this will be it, like on the daily, it's going to show you your positive and your negative and who needs attention and who hit all these things. And it's like kind of taking the idea that you had from the business app. Previously, it's like, oh, someone just enrolled. It's like, we're taking that up a few rungs. So you just know exactly where you should be focusing your time to drive into the leadership aspect of your business, as well as customers and prospecting. As I go on, again, long-winded explanation, but that's one of the next big pieces that's going to be coming from us.
Hey, David, real quick. The filling of the funnel and the prospects, is that coming from algorithms of how we're interacting with people on Facebook and Instagram? How are those coming to us?
It uses, I think there's maybe 13 different data points. It's not as much of the interactions on Facebook and Instagram as it is. We look at all of the data that we have and customers, prospects, associates, people who are not interested, and we train the algorithm on all of that information to then suggest people. And that's how it works.
Okay.
So a piggyback question, is it, let's say Allison Taylor down there, would a prospect be suggested based off of what they're viewing or clicking on their page? Like if they're clicking on a lot of health related stuff, would they then get?
No, unfortunately, Facebook took away our ability to see likes a long time ago. I wish.
Okay, but just other touch points of, you said not interaction. So if it's not interaction, what is it? What would it mainly?
A big one is actually one of the primary drivers is actually name and gender identification. Believe it or not, if you look at Isagenix as a whole, I think it's 94% of your entire company's organization is females. Believe it or not. So Penny will actually predominantly fill your funnel with more females than males, which is one of the big ones. Yeah, and it's different for each company, right? A skincare company, we go on a limb here and say it's probably gonna be 99%. Pretty sure Derek over here has got perfect complexion forever. Like he doesn't need me.
Okay, that helps a lot. Thank you.
No worries. So jumping over to the custom list section. So this is actually, again, something that's super powerful and it's meant to be dead simple. And really what a custom list is it's a way to create a list based on a tag or where someone lives. So in my breakout video, I use the example seasonal shake, and I'll just do it again here for everyone who's new because it's an easy one. So every list needs a name and it needs an end date, right? If it's a product promotion, maybe it's an event in Knoxville and you want to invite your team and the event is on the 31st. So the list is going to go until the 31st. Down here, you can invite people, prospects, PE customers, PE associates, or your downline. Now, click P. So here you can actually go into active and inactive. So a great example is, hey, seasonal shake just came out. I want to make a special list just for my inactive customers that previously ordered for this. Maybe it's a way for me to draw them back, right? And it's allowed me to create my list just for that. Or I want everyone, or I want my prospects as well. So this little button here, it says include people who have purchased these products, seasonal shakes. So we have all the seasonal shakes in here. So what I always recommend is just go for the parent tag, right? Seasonal shake, just this one covers all of them. Doesn't matter what it was, what flavor it was, or when it was. But then if you manually added a tag, like I added a seasonal shake tag to someone's profile, so they haven't ordered these products, but I added the seasonal shake tag because they're interested in it, you just saw that number jump from 27 to 45. If I turn off my customers, there's 4 people who are interested in seasonal shakes. So then I hit save, and the watch just take a second, it tallies up my list. Wait for it, it's still going, still going. She could be faster. Jeez, someone should work on that. And now I have my list. So here's all of my customers and prospects that are interested in seasonal shake. Jump in on Shauna here. Now you're starting to see the workflow that we've kind of gone through a few times. I'm going to come in here. I've got her messenger right here. So I click content. Here's my seasonal shake script because it's the last one I accessed right at the top. I select that and I click messenger. And there we go. It's going to open up her direct message to her right there. Oh, look, James is coming on in a moment. And then I just copy and paste that directly in the message and it drops it right in here and I just hit send. Now, when I get to the mobile part of this demonstration, I'm going to show you how you can send everyone a text message. If you've ever used the app called Hit 'em Up, basically a way to do multi-message SMS, we built our own version so I can create my custom list of seasonal shakes. I can get my script and then I can multi-message them. So that is to go back. But the list has another really important part of it. So I'm going to create a new list. This is just called AB. This is showing you how to create a list of people who bought product A but did not buy product B, right? So I'm a pretty religious Amped user, but I probably haven't bought many other products. So I'm going to go with my customers. They're active. They purchased Nitro, Amped Nitro, but they have not purchased Ice Delights. There you go. I have 5 people that purchased Nitro but have never bought that. And because we have your entire product catalog in here, you can actually kind of really dig in to find these little segments. Like if you know every Ice Lean or every Amped customer should have a pack of bars in their bag, then you can find out really quickly who's never purchased bars and say, hey, I can't believe we missed this. Like, this is your go-to when you come out of the gym or whatever your conversation is, but this is where you come in and I just click save and that goes. So the other thing is I'm in Vancouver. So I want all of my Nitro customers that live in Vancouver. Oh, I don't have any. That's not surprising. You can come in here and find out everyone in a certain area. So if you had your customers in Knoxville, you can come in and just type in Knoxville. So you can actually start to use this in very powerful ways to create your lists. I'm just going to cancel out of this one. And pause there for just a quick moment. This one's pretty straightforward, but I'm here to answer questions. There you go. Yes. Here, why don't we actually, so jumping on to the next one. So this is the content. So this is your content library, right? There's that awesome commercial that we made that turned out way better than we ever anticipated. So this is all the content that Isagenix has created for you. Most of us are in America, so we have all the American content. The team in Australia, they have Australian content. EU has EU content. So all library content, all videos, all PDFs, all images. You can share directly to Facebook to your wall or Amp Shareable. Let's share this with David Abbey. There he is. Loads up my preview. I can add anything additional here and I can send it over Messenger or Instagram. And up here, all my content here's where you create your own safe script. So I've created one for Seasonal Shake, Reach Out, movies, whatever. So you come in here and go add content, example, and you just type it in. I can enter a link into my replicated website, my blog, my store, my LinkedIn, whatever that might be, or I can upload some images if I wanted to. Say where, you know, we have the image of the address of Lane's house for the event. I can put that in here. Now easily share it with everybody, and Penny will let you know when I've read it. So when you follow up, it'll say, hey, David read this. And there you go, cancel that. Yes, it does. You're correct, Jennifer. Contacts, pretty straightforward. This is just all of your contacts. So everyone comes in here, and as I said, just Penny kind of organizes everything down the side. You can filter between your Facebook contacts or people that came in from Instagram or your customers or everyone. And I've kind of shown you everything, you know, because you'll start to see like the patterns of how things open, how things are used, and where to find that information. And lastly, at the very bottom here, my business. So this is, you know, pretty much straight out of the business app, where you can now start to see your cycle bonuses, your PIBs, and where I'm at as, I'm not actually a Golden Circle Crystal executive. But this is another section that's going to evolve. Tyler Dickerhoof brought up a great comment last week where some of those little tidbits of information that you want to know, who's enrolling, who's moving, that'll start to come into here pretty quickly, and then evolve from there. One of the other things that's coming out pretty quickly is for the prospecting section is, you know, everyone, I imagine everyone has a Linktree or a Milkshake link on their Instagram, right? So we've created our own version of that as well. And the difference being, it's got that big, beautiful picture of James there, and it tells you all about what he does. But you have all your links, but we're creating lead gen capture forms in there. So you can actually put up a post about the whole food blend, be like, hey, I'd love to know what you're using, and ask some questions. And as people go through and fill out these forms, those people are going to pop right into your prospecting section with an automatic follow-up, and all of that information is going to be in their profile for you. So then you're like, great, I've got this, you know, big wide net I can cast on social media. And when people engage with me, it's easy for me to know all the info that I need. So that'll be another one of those releases that's coming up pretty soon. I don't know when, but soon. And that kind of wraps up.
Like Jennifer was saying, yes, you guys, that's part of 2.0. They're looking, and as exciting as this weekend was, and as David has alluded to many times, this is just the beginning. They're looking at merging everything. So literally you can go to one app. You can see your cycles. You can see your rank advancements. You can see your reach outs. You can see your follow-ups all in one app. So you're not jumping from this to that, to this, to that. And the key right now is for all of us to be ingrained into the basics of, like David keeps saying, the workflow. What does the workflow on Penny feel like? How does it move? And the quicker that we can all get integrated with that, the faster this is all going to explode when it comes to duplication, which is, I know Lane and Chelsea commented earlier, that's the key to it. So as quickly as we can get into the basics of really using this on a daily basis, forcing ourselves to use it, throwing away the 25 notebooks we all have with different contacts, it's only going to help everything systemize in your life so that this truly can be worked in the part-time.
Well, and guys, if you know, James and I, we always are casting that long-term vision. And so when it comes to this app, as brilliant and as amazing and as excited as we all are right now, it's going to take us a little bit of time to grasp how to work it and how to make it work for us. So really, like, diving into this, even when we hop off the call tonight, like, dive into it immediately. Don't wait, and take the time. You know, James and I, we're going to take all of the time next week to become experts in understanding this app so that we can see that long-term gain from everything that it's providing. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
David, I know you want to show us a little bit of the phone real quick.
No. To echo that, I mean, sorry, let me rephrase this. People may have their processes, right? And it works for them, right? But we want to, you know, take your time. What's your time worth, right? Eckhart Tolle is a, you know, famous philosopher, and he's like, you know, what is more painful? Is it more painful to switch onto a new way of doing things, or is it more painful to struggle to figure out who's ordering this week? switching to an app is easier, right? You got to make that choice of what's more painful and choose your way, choose your hard, right? And we've invested a lot into making this as simple as possible. We always will, but we totally respect that it might be a step for you, but we are going to be here to help you, right? I showed you where to get help on the Help Center, where the articles are, and we will continually coach every time something new comes out, provided James will have me. I'll come back and pour into you guys, keep everybody up to date, because I want you to use this. I want to build something people use and love. I mean, that's why we do this. That's the exciting thing about technology. So, but yes, I do want to show you the mobile phone. Nice thing here is I don't have to go into it in depth because we just did everything, but there's 2 things I want to show you here specifically. I guess 3. It's just a couple of interactions. Sorry, this is the daily, right? You open up the app, here it is, the same way. So I'm going to go over here to my Connect 80s. Look, David Abbey at the top. I haven't ordered in 80 days, which isn't actually true. This is my example. So when you tap on someone's name, the only difference here is the task pad just lays over top, right? So it's a little bit of a different interaction, but everything is still the same, except for now I can SMS. So now I can text directly from David's profile. So when I click that number, it just opens up a text message directly with David. So it's you communicating from your device to your customer, which is huge. I can close this by hitting cancel, and I can go, if I want to view David's deeper profile, the one I already showed you, I just tap on his name and there it is again. So I can access everything. Everything's in the exact same spot, so you don't have to learn anything new by coming onto the mobile phone. And we know most people run their businesses from their phone and it's on the go. So that's the daily, right? And then every interaction I just showed you is the same. Moving across the bottom, customer care, right? I've got my list. We don't have the real estate to give you that nice little side menu of, filtering between your auto ships and your connects and your box openings. So you just tap on the menu there and it just drops down, and now I can filter if I need to. Into prospecting, same thing here. Today, later, recommended, but what I wanted to show you here is how to sync with your mobile phone. You can do this here or you can do it in Contacts. So this little plus button in the top right-hand corner, I tap on that. So I can add a task, I can add a prospect from Instagram, I can add a prospect from my phone, I can add a prospect manually, or I can sync my entire phone book, right? Whatever you want to do there. But cool thing here, you go prospect from Instagram. So I don't think I follow, it doesn't matter if you follow him or not, but say I met James at the store, we engaged in an awesome conversation. I was like, yeah, man, I'd love to send you this information on the whole food or the whole blend. What's your Instagram handle? So James would then tell me his Instagram handle.
__ James McLeod.
James.
Yep.
MCLEOD.
That's correct. __.
Okay. Now Penny's going to go look around the internet, find James right there. I'm going to schedule a reach out for tomorrow. Now, just like that, I've added James into my list. There you go. My later tab just flipped to 17. So I'm going to tap on that. There's James right there. I want to go over to Instagram because before I send him a message, I want to know about this guy, right? And obviously I want to follow him. Now I'm going to flip down. Awesome. Catch up on what's going on with James. Now when I send him a message about the whole food or the whole blend, I can personalize it because I've had the time here just to quickly dig into him and then send them a message, go back, complete that task. I'll follow up next week, add some notes. He's also awesome. Save that and done. That's my workflow, right? It's about just getting those simple. So if it's painful switching to an app to do that, then hopefully it's more painful to do this on a notebook. And this is where we're trying to get you up and over. So that's the one thing I wanted to show you. And then I go custom lists. Here's the seasonal shake list we just created. So now if you've ever used the app called Hit 'em Up, this just allows you to send multi-message SMS. What that basically means is Penny's going to copy and paste whatever script you have and drop it into a text message for your customers. And then all you do is hit send. So a little double bubble in the top right-hand corner, select all. So I'm selecting them all. Attach my content. So Penny, the personal assistant, maybe I wanted to share that video. Maybe I go down here, I got to find my seasonal shake, or I type it in the filter and then I send it. I'm not going to send all these people because I just fake merged Facebook profiles with my phone book contacts and it would be a real awkward message for a lot of people, but that's how I would do it. Yeah, you just hit send, and then there's 45 people on here. I have to hit send 45 times. That's the cost, but I don't have to copy and paste and fumble. I just go send, 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 send. It takes a second, but the brilliant part is when they reply, it's coming to my phone. It's not a random number. It's from David Abbey. So people are like, oh, great. Hey, David, thanks for sending this to me. And
David,
then the more,
is there a limit to the size of the list?
let me know if it breaks at a certain size. I'll tell you. We haven't done lists probably bigger than 50 or 60. I mean,
Okay.
we could test, but yeah, I mean, if you're sending a list of 500, we don't know.
All right.
And then just the more button in the bottom right-hand corner, that's your content. So again, so we load everything in Isagenix. We work directly with their marketing team. So we will always be updating it with new content, contacts, my business, articles and videos. So you can get everything you saw on the web here, and support chat, just like on the web, it opens up here. So if you're out and about and you have a question, you can just fire it over to us. And that sums it up. I'm going to close out of that. There we go. Back to it.
Love it. Well,
Yeah.
David, everybody comment in the chats right now if you're freaking out. I know everybody's, not many people have been eating, because if they would be eating right now, all their food would be on the floor because their jaws are just dropped. But
I appreciate that.
this is amazing. Real quick before we hop off, because I want to honor everybody's time. Is there anybody that has a question? Comment. You can put it in the chat or just unmute your line and ask David a question while we have him.
Mm-hmm. Don't all go at once, though.
You're very thorough. Well, it's obviously not your first time. You're very thorough, David, and
I've
we got one.
done at least one of these before.
You've done one of these.
Yeah, but my entire goal with these is I love engaging with the teams. I love creating these relationships because I truly really want to listen to everyone. I can't figure out all these things that we've done without people telling me that we need to do them. Like, we're not sitting here up in Canada just being like, oh, I know everything. We don't have all the answers. We need feedback from the field so we know what to build. And if you don't give it to us, then you're going to get a Frankenstein product that rolls out of things that we think are cool. So it's on you. So please don't ever hesitate. Every time you send through a message through the support chat, hey, I wish I could do this, or hey, is it possible to do that? Like Tanya Kirkpatrick, right? She's phenomenal. I was in the breakout with her. She's been a massive advocate for this. She messaged me about 3 weeks before celebration. She's like, can you guys do Leader in Action for me? And I was like, yes, but not at celebration. So, right, I didn't even know that was a thing, but we're like, well, Leader in Action is just us tallying up orders and activity. We have all the information. So yeah, we can do that for you, right? So now we're going to build that for you. But I just need to know. So don't ever hesitate. Don't ever tell us that something's broken or something's not working. You're not going to hurt our feelings. We just need to know.
That's awesome.
I love it. Kathy, quick question.
Yeah.
Real quick, if I have someone that's not on my Penny list that contacts me, or I contact them and I have an interaction, how do I let Penny know so that she's now in my queue, or that person is in the queue?
Yeah, if you're
notes or?
click add a task in the menu there, and there's a little button that just says already did this, which basically logs it done, and then you'll be asked to create that follow-up action.
Okay, so I would add a task, and I would enter the person's name, and then I would, okay, great.
Yeah, David Abbey, and then there's a little option. You just click the already did this, and Penny's like, hey, great. When are we following up with David? And it's 2 weeks, and again, that same flow that we've already gone through many times here.
Melissa has a question real quick.
I have one quick question. So when you have a prospect that you sign up and they order, how quickly does their order populate? Like, how quickly do orders populate in the back?
Should be within a few hours. Maybe I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure we run a few times a day. I'll double check. I didn't sit in on every technical call. They're a little dry sometimes. But yeah, I can get back. It is definitely like 12 to 24 hours. It's not real time just because of the amount of data that's flowing between the two systems, but it's as quickly as possible.
That's awesome. Well, I know that my brain is going to how much more and how many more people we can serve by using this app. So before we hop off this call, you guys, for those of you who weren't watching the Gala Awards, we want to honor and recognize Lane and Chelsea Taylor again on this call tonight.
Nice.
Because they were awarded for the entire year as the number 7 Team Growth Award in all of Isagenix, meaning that they've helped their 1, 2, 3, 4 PET and even deeper advance and get paid and serve a lot of people. And it really is a reflection of their team and what their team is doing and the success that they're having. They were also awarded as earning over $100,000 in the fiscal year. And we're just so proud of them. 3.5 years in, and they're just revving up, just getting started. I also want to honor my parents, Carrie and Janelle, who are on the line, who also were awarded earning over $100,000 in the fiscal year with Isagenix. It's just such an honor. James and I just feel so honored to partner with all of you. And when we recognize Lane and Chelsea and my parents and, all of you who have advanced and who have earned income, it's a whole team effort. It isn't just looking at one specific person, because we all know that the way that we succeed in Isagenix is by serving other people and us all coming together. And what James and I are really excited about is really utilizing something like Penny to advance the organization, your teams forward. And so we're just so proud of you guys, so honored to be on this journey with you. David, thank you so much.
You're
for
very welcome
on this call tonight. And we're excited to have you back with us again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Success
We'll give you
stories
some good
too.
reports on business growth and how we've seen this app really streamline and simplify our life. So guys,
Yes.
give David some love in the chats. Thank you very much for the work you put into this app and the work you put in tonight to present it to. You're so
Absolutely, man. It's a pleasure. This is I always say that this is one of the best parts of my job is coming out and engaging with people. And like you say, every one of you have started your businesses to impact and change lives. I'm just happy to play a small role in that. So it's a pleasure. So happy to come back anytime.
wonderful.
So awesome.
All right, everybody, have a great rest of your night, and we will all see you in the workflow in the Penny app this week.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.